Hey guys, what's up? My name's Tasia and I am a wife to one, a mama to two, and a stepmama to three. It is a beautiful day here in Canada. If you live here, you will know how much a beautiful sunny day is meant to be cherished and loved because they only come by so often. So I'm in an awesome mood. I want to jump in here really quickly to have a quick chat about being a stepmom for all of you stepmothers out there, or for those who are considering becoming a stepmother. Maybe you're dating someone with kids or you're thinking about dating someone with kids. I thought we'd talk a little bit about the great and awesome things about being a stepmom. I find that sometimes the whole universe about having a blended family or being a stepmom is kind of negative, and I really want to change the stepmom stigma. I really want to let people know that you can not only just survive having a blended family or being a stepmom, but you can actually thrive in one. So it is a Saturday and I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent with my video. So I'm trying to jump on here and post a video every week, every Saturday, so that you guys know exactly when I'm about to post a video. So make sure you check back here every Saturday, and please like and subscribe to this video if you haven't already. Okay, so let's get into the really awesome things about being a stepmom. This is in no particular order whatsoever. It's just how it's popped into my head. But one of the things that's awesome about being a stepmom is that you get to have a kid that you don't actually have to bear. It's really awesome for those of you who might not want to get pregnant. I know the world makes women feel like the only purpose in life is to get pregnant with a baby, but for some of you, maybe you can't have a baby, maybe you don't want to go through pregnancy. Some people don't have the greatest pregnancies in the world. I have some pretty good ones, but let's be real. Childbearing labor is not super fun. My abs are still jacked from having two babies. So if you love kids and you love the idea about being a mother but don't actually want to have a pregnancy, becoming a stepmom is the life for you. You get to raise these awesome kids that you don't have to go through that whole experience if you don't choose to. One of the great things about being a stepmom is that you get to have breaks that bio moms never get. So when you are a stepmom, usually your kids are over at your house at certain points in time, however you have it arranged in terms of like a schedule and so forth. So when the kids are over, you get to enjoy them and enjoy the experience of having them, and then they go back to their moms or go back to whoever. And when you're a bio mom, there's no breaks. The kids are with you all the time. Before any of you start DMing me about like, oh my God, she doesn't like her kids, what I'm saying is that one of the kind of negative things I find about being a bio mom is that you don't get breaks. You're always in the midst of trying to like keep up with the everyday life and hustle and bustle. You're trying to commute to work. You're dealing with pickups and drop-offs and packing lunches and going to PA meetings and all these things, and so you're just super busy, and sometimes I find that you just get so caught up just dealing with everyday life that you don't take time to just enjoy time with your family. And one of the things I felt like I was actually better at when I was just a stepmom was the fact that I got to look forward to when my kids were coming over. So therefore I would plan for it. I'd be like, hey, the kids are coming over this weekend, so let's go to the fair, let's go to the movies. Sometimes when you're like fully in the midst of mothering 24/7, you kind of lose sight of that. So I actually find that it's like really awesome that when you're a stepmom, you can enjoy time to yourselves or doing whatever it is, and then when the kids come over, you really actually enjoy and have quality time together as a family. And it's a really awesome thing about being a stepmom and having a blended family. Another thing that's really awesome about being a stepmom is when your kids tell you that you are actually doing a really good job at being a stepmother. It makes all the other stuff that might be negative that comes in with being a stepmom totally worth it. If you're dealing with custody battles or, support payments and schedules and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't seem so bad when your stepkid lets you know that you're doing a great job. About 2 weeks ago was Mother's Day, and my kids put together a video for me about it was like really cool. They put together this like video where it was almost like a game show style, and one of them was asking the other ones questions about me, and they were doing it alone. So the other kids didn't know what the other ones had said. And the video talked about like things that they liked about me, things that like their favorite foods that I cook. And it was so incredibly rewarding because one, It's nice that my stepkids actually acknowledge me on Mother's Day. I know that this is something that is kind of controversial for some stepmoms. Sometimes they don't get acknowledged on Mother's Day, or there's other people who even think that stepmoms shouldn't be acknowledged on Mother's Day, but I have my kids and they acknowledge me on that day, and it's really special to know that they feel the need to show me appreciation on Mother's Day. And then the second thing is the fact that they came up with this really awesome idea to do this video for me that I now have as this keepsake that I can always look to even if I'm having a bad day, and I can look at it and be reminded that they feel that I'm doing a really good job. And it's also the fact that I know it wasn't like my 3-year-old that came up with this idea. Clearly it was my older stepkids who came up with this idea to do this thing for me. So it's so rewarding when you know that even if you go through some of the difficulties of being a stepmom, it's really rewarding to know that at the end of the day, all that matters is that your kids feel that you're doing a good job, that they have a good relationship with you, and that they love and appreciate you, and everything else can just fall by the wayside. The other great thing about being a stepmom is that it prepares you to be a really good parent. So if you are planning, like me, to eventually have bio kids of your own, being a step parent is a really great way to kind of ease into parenting. If you become a biological parent, there's no like training. You just like get thrown in, head, feet first, and you have no chance to really like figure things out except as you go. When you become a step parent, you have this option to kind of like slowly ease into parenting. You get a chance to sort of figure out your parenting style and figure out how you want to discipline, how you want, like what kind of parent do you want to be? And you don't get that option when you become a bio parent. So being a step parent actually really teaches you things about yourself. You learn how to be more patient. You learn how to deal with stressful situations. And I think that has made me a much better mother when my bio kids came along, because I had a really great opportunity to get to know my stepkids and learn how to be a really good mom before I actually was a full-blown mom. Lastly, the other really great thing, and probably the most important thing about being a stepmom, is the fact that you get to raise awesome kids that you end up falling in love with and getting to know, and that is one of the most rewarding things. Like I said, everything that comes with being stepmom, sometimes there's some things that are negative and you're gonna have to deal with that. I talked about one of those things in one of my last videos about like the annoying, nerve-grating things that people like to say to stepmoms, and sometimes it can be discouraging. The fact that you get to have this opportunity of raising beautiful children and getting to know them and getting to relate to them, and even though you might not be biologically related to them, you get to see yourself in these kids once you've developed a really good relationship with them. Don't share DNA with any of my stepkids, but I can look at each one of them and I can see how they are like me. I can see where my influence is in them as a mother and as a stepmother, and so that is incredibly rewarding. So if you have any reservations about becoming a stepmother, I promise you that there are a lot of wonderful, wonderful things, and the most important thing of all is these wonderful little people that you get to raise and watch become awesome adults, teenagers, whatever point they bloom into later on in life. I promise you that's incredibly, incredibly rewarding. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that me sharing these things was really helpful for you, for those of you who are thinking about becoming a stepmom, or for those of you who already are a stepmom and maybe you're having a rough week or month or year, I don't know, but I hope these helped you really sort of put in perspective that there are really awesome and great things about being a stepmother. So try to focus on the positive things in life, and it really helps you keep going. If you're considering becoming a stepmother, I hope hearing these things puts any reservations at bay. And if you already are a stepmom, I hope that hearing these positive things about being a stepmom helps put things in perspective and helps you realize that maybe what you're going through is just a rough patch and it too will pass. Please like and subscribe this video if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Saturday. I was gonna say something and I feel like it was relevant and I don't remember what it was. Please, oh, that's what it was. That was kind of janky. You don't need to do any like B-roll or something. You just make it straight. I don't know where I'm going with this. Straight, fast, 5-minute video.